I think that's a fact.
Well, you thought the last one was a fact.
Yeah, you said it really confidently.
I picture you've always been this way since you were a kid, just stunning every time you enter a room.
You're so nice.
Well, I'm honest, is what it
know.
is. It fits, though. I hear you're living in Paris.
Yes.
So this is very chic. This is very appreciated.
Thank you.
I like it, yeah.
You do have to kind of up your game there.
Yeah.
No one wears, like,
That's why
sweatpants
I
out
don't live there.
It's a lot of pressure.
Which country's into aloe every day? Just wearing workout clothes all the time. No, but you lived there before, and you live there now because your kiddos are there?
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you love it?
It's incredible. I mean,
yeah.
It's Paris.
I
heard you love Paris.
I do. You know what I love most about Paris? It's a nerdy thing, but I love going around. How they garden is so wild.
It's so true.
And beautiful. Like, even on the side of the highway, you're on the highway driving, and it's like how they keep, like, even a median just looking so wild and yet kept. It's an amazing thing.
Yes, the whole appreciation of aesthetics in general
Yeah.
in every aspect of life.
Yeah.
It's really...
Because English is very, like, formal, and
Yes.
I love when you go to Paris. Everything is very wild. It feels very, very nice, yeah. You were just recently in Cannes as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was really excited. We were there for a film my producing partner and I produced called Arco,
Yeah.
which is an animated movie for kids, first-time director, and it was so fun to get to show it to an audience for a first time.
Oh, that's exciting to work on something for so long and then finally get it out and go, how are they reacting? Yes. Yeah, how do they like it? You, by the way, you look beautiful there too. That dress was gorgeous.
Thank you. It was incredible to get to wear it. It was like an archival Dior gown.
That's what I heard.
It was really lucky.
Oh, that's so cool. Well, you're like the perfect person to show something like that off. But I heard that you did something. Was it in Paris that you went cliff diving?
Oh, in Cannes. I mean, cliff diving maybe is an exaggeration.
I would not do
had like
that.
a diving board over the sea, and I jumped off it.
Okay, I will do this. Okay, they said cliff diving.
Thanks.
They said cliff diving to me, and I was like, why jump off a perfectly good cliff? But that's fun. That's a diving board. I would do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although we can keep the rumor alive, it makes me sound really cool.
You're like Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible. It's amazing. So you also did the red carpet there. How was that?
It was good. I mean, it's always, it's very intense.
I hate it.
It's very stressful.
Yeah.
When I was younger, like, we didn't have stylists.
Yeah.
You could kind of wear whatever you wanted. I would just be like, go to the store with my mom, pick something out. Now it's like a whole big to-do.
So this is pretty great. I think we have some early red carpet photos for both of us.
Oh, no.
And
oh, my God!
so we went to the same store with our moms and got the same outfit. I was like, they showed this to me, and I was like, we are almost wearing the most identical outfit ever.
That's epic.
It was a time, people. We're the same age. But yeah, I just found that so fun. Do you remember, what were you doing that day? I don't remember.
The 90s
VMAs.
MTV Movie Awards,
Okay. I was VMA, something, yeah. I just thought that was pretty hilarious that we
look
identical. Yeah, that's the one time I get to say I look like you. So holding on to it. Speaking of back in the day, it was just the 20th anniversary of Garden State, which is such a huge, that moment, the screaming with the trash bag, it's just such a great pop culture film for so many of us.
It was so fun. They had a 20th anniversary concert that was a reunion of all the...
Look at that little baby!
Yeah!
That's an amazing idea.
It was so cool, and they did it as a benefit for a group that feeds unhoused people in Los Angeles, and it was really
It was everybody
really
from the
amazing.
soundtrack, right?
Everyone from the soundtrack, yeah.
Which I love because other than like a festival environment, you usually don't get that diverse of an array of genres of people on stage together. That's pretty cool.
It's true. And it's also such like a time marker. Like you remember that year when all those songs were out,
I felt like after I heard that happen, I was like, they should do that for like several movies that have amazing soundtracks and have it like soundtrack
What would
night.
be yours?
Well, I will say, there's so many, but City of Angels was pretty great.
Oh.
Yeah, Cruel Intentions was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot in there that I like soundtracks.
I like this. This is
it's a good idea.
Trend to start.
I say we started it 1 word, 1/3. That's our part. No, but I want to talk to this because we have actors here all the time, and I didn't know this until doing this show, that sometimes for different characters, y'all have music, like playlists that go with them. So you've done that too?
Yes.
What's like one of your characters, like what did you listen to?
I did a movie earlier this year that's not out yet about a gallerist, and I had like a lot of like very 90s kind of indie music. A lot of like Violent
Tori Amos,
Femmes
like that
and
kind of, okay. Oh, that kind
Fiona
of, okay.
Apple and like, yeah.
I feel lucky.
Radiohead.
Like our age, we had such great music in the
Such
90s.
good music. Oh my God.
So lucky.
So lucky.
Yeah. What are your kids listening to?
My son's very into rap. He's very into like Central C and Nino, who's a French rapper.
Okay.
Tekka, Blanco.
Y'all have got Nova over there, that radio station. They play everything. I love Nova over there.
My daughter is very into pop. She's like, but like kind of the more like tomboy, like Olivia Rodrigo, Billie Eilish.
Like I'll sing a pop song, but key your car.
Yeah.
Or set your house on
Which
fire.
makes me
I'm just
really
kidding.
happy.
All right, well, let's take a quick break. We have an audience member all set to help us out.
Hi, Kelly. Hi, Natalie. Hi. Natalie, I'm so excited to be here. I'm a filmmaker, and you are literally the reason I got into this business.
Oh, cool.
From Black Swan to Vox Lux to May December, your movies are so incredible and challenging and moving. I've watched your whole career, and it made me say, I want to make movies like that. Thank you for always pushing boundaries and inspiring women like me to get involved in filmmaking. More with Kelly and Natalie after the break.
See it on Apple TV Plus. To describe this movie, I loved it so much. My son was so mad at me that I didn't let him stay up for it because they needed to go to bed because he loves action movies like this and it's a family film. But I feel like it's like if Indiana Jones, National Treasure, and Da Vinci Code had a baby. It is like, it's the greatest. I loved it.
Thank you so much. It's so great. And I have this problem where I never have movies that I can see with my kids.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna enjoy and they're gonna enjoy.
You didn't want to start Black Swan with them?
Yeah, exactly. In 50 years.
Yeah, it's like different.
But yeah, this was such a rare movie that's like super entertaining and fun for adults and also totally appropriate and fun for kids. Because there's also a kid in the movie.
I know, my
Benjamin
son is gonna love
Chavez
him.
is incredible.
And plays a significant role.
Yes.
That's what I think is so cool, because kids are powerful. Doing this show, we have all these really cool like human interest stories we get to cover, and I think we forget how powerful kids are and how innovative and creative, and they're not jaded yet by anything, and how they can really change the world.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that it's a movie, but it is cool that we're kind of seeing that representation in that way, that he was actually key to the story.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's cool when your kids watch that and they feel empowered by that.
Yeah, the kid's the smartest person in the room.
Yeah, they want to be. They think they are. Yeah, sometimes they are. Well, explain the film for everybody. Like, what's because I'm going to rent it. I don't want to spoil anything.
I play a woman who, along with her brother, played by John Krasinski, go on this search for the Fountain of Youth.
Adventure, yes.
An adventure.
Yes.
And it takes us all around the world. Eiza González plays our kind of nemesis who is trying to stop us from finding it because it's very, it's an important kept secret for ages and ages.
Yeah.
And we get into a lot of hijinks all around the world.
I know, that boat scene must have been crazy.
It was wild.
By the way.
Well, all our locations were real. Like, we really worked in Cairo. We really worked in Vienna. They really worked in Thailand. Our sets were all real. Like, we had a real shipwreck that we were working on, which is so fun after you do all this, like, computer-generated
CGI stuff. Yeah. The sibling chemistry was so good, and I found it funny because you're an only child. I know you're an actor, but you're an only child, and he only has brothers. But y'all had this, like, bickering, like, felt like real sibling.
Well, I had,
chemistry.
like, an imagination of my entire life of, like, oh, I wish I had a big brother, thinking about what that might be like. And he doesn't have a sister, John, so he also had a similar kind of idea of what that might be like.
Did y'all hang out before to get?
We had a few dinners, like with his wife, who's so lovely, and his kids, to get to know each other. And they're just so nice and so funny, and obviously so talented.
Yeah, because with siblings, you got to be able to give each other, but you still love each other. Well done, actors.
Thank you.
So look at you acting. So in a recent interview, I wanted to cover this because I love this. Natalie shared something that she'd been told about being an actor, which I feel like in the limelight and often a lot of jobs. But the hardest thing is you need to have such a thin skin for what you do emotionally and a thick skin for what you have to go through publicly, which is such great advice. Like, I don't know where you heard that, but I love that.
Yeah, another actress said it to me, and it just resonated so much because I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of the hardest trick, is to be able to turn it on and off like that, because the world will destroy you if you don't have a little protection for yourself.
But then your art will suck if you're not vulnerable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so you need to be able to switch back and forth, and that's a skill in itself.
I know, but how do you balance the two? How do you balance being vulnerable and, because you're such a great actor, but at the same time, I feel like you've done a pretty good job at keeping your personal life personal, which is good.
Yeah, I think it is really like a boundary, like a strong boundary that you have to repeat over and over and over again.
Which is interesting because you started so young. Like, you were a kid when you started, so that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, I think I figured it out early because I figured out that it was really scary to have that boundary cross, and also sometimes really hurtful if I let that energy come in that was negative. So had to kind of build those walls, but then you have to be careful, like you said, with your art, that you're not, and not just art, but also personal relationships that you don't keep those walls up.
Enter therapy. All right, let's take a short break. You can see Fountain of Youth on Apple TV+. Natalie's co-star, Eiza González, joins us next. We'll be right back. They've got flags and everything for you.
Mexican flags.
They were welcoming you.
You look so beautiful.
You do too.
I know both of you look stunning, but I have to start with this because last time we talked, I didn't know this about you. You're like a diehard Cowboys fan?
I'm so sorry.
How do we not connect?
I know.
What did we miss out on? I didn't know that.
It's a tragedy for us. I'm really like, I'm putting a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I mean, since the 90s, it's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. You have a football team, right? Soccer here, but football, yes.
Angel City
FC.
We have the in now.
I want to go see a game.
You gotta come whenever you want.
I love sports
We
ball.
can all go together.
I would love to. And it's so cool. Like, it's a female-owned company. Like, what a
Women's soccer is everything.
Yes, girl.
Everything.
That sport, I played it when I was young, and I'd die. That sport is so hardcore on your body. Yeah.
I'm from Mexico, so that was like mandatory to play. Yeah, Viva Mexico! We have some Mexicans, there's flags everywhere.
I love it.
But yeah, it's like if you don't play soccer, are you even Mexican? And so I had to. I was really bad at it. And so
That's like Texas. Are you Texan if you don't like the Cowboys? That's how it is there. They ban you, actually. No, but I have a ranch, and I heard you just got one, right? That was like a dream for you, right? I love that for you. It was my dream too, just to have some land and.
Do you have animals?
We have wild, like everything, bears, mountain lions, like everything.
No, you don't own a bear though. You have them around.
For sure, don't own a bear.
I'm like, wait a second, who's a wrangler here?
For sure, don't own a bear. No, I can't live there full time because we live here as well. So it's like I don't own animals that I have to take care of because I'm not there enough, and I don't have.
So she's like, so I just have bears.
No, so we have them everywhere though. We have like a bunch of trail cams and all these wild animals there. So elk, like anything, moose, anything.
I love that. That's my
dream.
dream because I grew up in Mexico City. It's like a city, and so I always wanted animals, and I'm a big animal lover. And now I'm in this tiny animal vibe. I don't know if you guys. That's all I see on
like
TikTok.
A miniature?
Anything miniature. Tiny cow. Tiny pig. I follow a tiny. It's the smallest pig. It's the size of this cup. Look at him.
Oh,
is that yours? No, I wish. I need to build. I need to start. I'm just starting. I'm in the beginning of my ranch. It
takes a minute because you got to build it all.
Yes.
And then they will come. It's like Field of Dreams.
But I started my ranch in Mexico City, in a city, and it was not optimal. It was an apartment, really.
Yeah, it was like, that's all the animals. That's like my whole childhood.
Crazy animals there. I had a toucan, I had a duck, I had a cageless hamster. Cageless. My brother was like, you're psychotic. Why is there poop everywhere? And he chose to live in his bedroom, too. And so he hated him even more. My duck, we had a duck that would fall, and if he didn't see you, he'd be like, quack, 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 and I tiny little.
I know, I was like, birds are loud. I was like, that's a loud situation. I don't think are you an animal lover? I've always grown up with animals.
I am.
And she's a vegetarian.
We have 3 dogs.
Yeah, I have 2.
And we just got chickens.
Good for you.
We're getting
Because eggs
funny.
are expensive.
Funny? Yeah, they are expensive.
Let's just talk about
it.
You should watch, we're gonna get to what y'all are promoting, but you should watch Biggest Little Farm. It's one of my favorite things I've watched. It's one of my favorite things I've watched so many times. Biggest Little Farm. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, but you should also watch Fountain of Youth. So wait, what did you love? I loved your character. I was telling her before you got out here, I loved your character because like, I hated that I loved you, but like because it's tricky. Your character's tricky. I don't want to spoil anything. Yeah. But what did you love about signing on to do this? It's so good, by the way. You did such a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We had such an amazing time. I mean, first of all, the director obviously is like a no-brainer, and then this cast is unbelievable. I mean, it really was one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had. We had a good time. It was a laugh, and I just had such a desire to watch movies like this again. I mean, we all grew up with Indiana Jones and all these adventure movies that make you dream and have a good time and just...
And everyone can watch.
Yeah, and everyone, and it's a family movie. I love how it dives into female characters. I love the journey of her character, my character, and so Esme specifically is it's a specific character because she has a very dark sense of humor, but she's sort of a poker face and an enigma, and we don't really know what her intentions are.
No, there's a whole prequel there. I'm just saying Guy Ritchie. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're fun together. I really wanted to tap into the comedy, and I always thought, wow, what an amazing experience to have John Krasinski, who's like a complete different tear of comedy chops, with the Guy Ritchie sense of humor combined. I was just incredibly fascinated by it. And so being able to sit there and have to bounce off of those. I mean, that scene also in the Lusitania is funny when us three is like, why are you here? No, I don't know why she's here.
Oh,
why?
the boat. When you're on the boat,
It's so funny. And it just was like a good experience as an actress to learn a different style that I've never done before.
Yeah, I was telling her before you got out here too, I loved when you're in the bar and he leans back. I'm not gonna run it.
It can smell me.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
We need another short break, but we've got a game of myths next. It's hard to say myths for me. I don't know why. Fountain of Youth is on Apple TV Plus now. We'll be right back. The Fountain of Youth is a famous historical myth, or is it? Whatever. But we also have many modern day myths and urban legends, like don't eat before swimming, which I think is not real. Anyway, it's time to see if we know what modern myths are true and which are false with a round of, okay, I guess I mythed something.
I guess I mythed something.
I didn't read ahead. That's what happens when you don't read ahead and you have no idea what you're about to Ron Burgundy for America. You're welcome. Lord, are you there? Oh my God. I guess I missed.
Why, yes, I am. Hey, Kelly, Natalie, and Eiza. How you doing down there?
We're good.
Good.
Hi, God.
That was a great pronunciation of myth, by the way,
You
Kelly.
are
That was
so
wonderful.
welcome for the
You
dad.
are so good at what you do. All right, now, listen up. The Lord put a lot of info into the world, but not all of it was factual. Sometimes I was just messing with you. I tease because I love. But today, I'm going to give you all, as a group, a supposed truth, and all you have to do is tell me if it's a myth or a fact. If you get enough correct, you'll collectively win. So let's get started. Here is the first one. Urinating on a jellyfish sting will help the pain. Now, is that a myth or a fact?
It's a fact.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm not sure, but someone told me to do it, and to get the sting to go away, I for real urinated on myself.
Me too. Me too.
And I was like, either you're pulling a fast one and you just want me to pee on myself in public, or
I did it. How did it go?
I mean, I felt like it went away, but I don't know if that was just in my mind, and I was just like, yeah, but I felt like it worked.
I feel like it's a good one to keep alive.
I feel
it's
like
funny.
Funny.
Yeah.
Well, if you would have seen me trying to do it, it's funny.
You couldn't?
I mean, at first I was a contortionist because where I got burnt was like not a place. So I was like,
Mine was on my ankle.
I never knew I was able to move certain ways as I did.
I'm lucky. Mine was on my ankle.
Oh, so you
I
just went like this?
Popped a squat. Yeah,
I just popped a squat.
Popped a squat. Yeah.
Oh no, I was truly I was tying a knot in between my legs and my arms, and I got it, but it did work.
The whole time though, I was looking at my friends going, this isn't real. I was like, and I'm out here on this beach.
Were they
I was
watching
like,
you?
Yes.
Wow.
Because that's real friendship.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was
I
a
didn't
real
care.
bonding
moment.
It hurt. I just was like, make it go away. They were like, pee on yourself.
I hate to interrupt your
sorry.
long discussion about urinating on yourselves, but did you come up with an answer? Is it a myth or a fact? What do you
I
say?
feel like it worked.
What do
but
we
I don't
think?
know if it's just
Then
your
it's
mind.
true, right?
I don't
It's
know.
true. Consensus.
And you would be incorrect.
I
It
knew
is
It's in your
a
mind.
myth.
I knew it. It's in your mind.
Oh,
But you know what? I felt like it worked for me. So who's right and who's wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, here's your next one. Mosquitoes can smell which blood type you are. Is that a myth or a fact? What do you all think?
I've never heard that.
That is a fact.
I've never
Really?
heard that.
I think that's a fact.
Well, you thought the last one was a fact.
Yeah, you said it really confidently.
I was like, we were wrong the last time.
shoulder.
Okay.
I think it's a fact.
Okay, I'll go.
Sure.
You feel
Can
confident.
I tell you why?
Yes.
Yes.
When I go, oh, this is going to be, okay. Well, I'm Mexican, if I haven't said that before. And when I travel with people that are not Mexican, I feel like it's not like a blood type. I just think it's more of like a food thing. Like if you eat certain foods, they can smell it because all my friends that are Mexican never get bit. And my American friends are like covered from head to toe.
Oh, it's like I'm covered in some kind of
Yeah.
sap that they are gravitating towards. I get bit. I get eaten alive.
But I think that it's the food we eat. Like maybe we just have so much spicy. I just do think that there has to be.
For sure,
Okay.
our
Blood
diets
type.
are different, and I'm probably not doing it right. So,
Yeah, maybe you
Okay.
just need more Tabasco.
Okay. Oh,
So,
I like heat.
Eiza, you say it's a fact, and you
We're
would be
listening to you.
I
would
don't
be
know, man.
correct. You are absolutely correct. It is a fact. You got it right.
Yeah, you got
They
it.
are.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that.
No.
Also, what did they
They must love A positive
Like
because that's what
antenna?
I'm sporting. And
Well, actually,
smelling?
they are twice as likely to bite someone who is type O as opposed to type A. So you were close.
We
well,
need
So
to
there
know
you
what
go.
it is that
I'm
they're
just
smelling.
telling you, they eat me alive. I don't know.
Wow.
It's what I'm
Well,
eating.
they are little bloodsuckers. They're nature's lawyers. Okay, here's your next one. Here's one for you. Carrots help your eyes, but too many can turn you orange. Is that a myth or a fact? What do y'all
What?
think?
That's not true.
That's true.
Beta-carotene.
Beta-carotene makes you orange.
How many carrots must one eat?
A lot.
I'm freaking out right now.
We cut to like a picture of the
That's
two of
my
us just
snack. I
really
always
orange.
have, like when I'm traveling, I always have little carrots, baby carrots. That's what
Do
I'm
not
not
eat
orange.
them that much.
No, you're not. But it's.
Well, let's see.
This is first of all not my real color. I'm painted right now. I'm like translucent white.
So you're saying fact. You think
Yeah.
it's a fact.
I don't
All
think
right.
it's a fact.
But what happens
All right,
to
Kelly, you don't think so,
We're
but
one team, though,
the rest of you think it's a fact. So you would be absolutely correct. It is a fact.
It is a fact.
beta-carotene?
I knew the eyes. I heard about the eyes. I never knew your skin. That's a lot of carrots.
That's a lot
But
of
why is
carrots.
it not
Yep.
happening to bunnies? They don't have orange eyes.
Point.
That is,
What happened
well,
to them?
Solid point.
I think that's it. Yeah, you reached the totally arbitrary amount of points needed to win, and I enjoyed your conversation. Congratulations. Eat a lot of carrots. I love y'all. Bye-bye.
I do eat a lot of carrots. Anyway. All right, well, thank you to God. Everybody be sure to watch Fountain of Youth on Apple TV+. It's out right now. It's so good.